Hey guys, welcome to today's video. This is kind of an impromptu one because this literally just got announced like about an hour ago. The Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen Deluxe Edition coming out December 6th, 2022. You are now able to pre-order this, so if you go to the D&D Twitter, there's a link to pre-order it. So it gives us a little indication of what we can get. We get the adventure book with a foil cover, a digital copy of it, which is insane. I think this might be the first book that's happening with, which is so cool to see. A digital copy on D&D Beyond, and the Warriors of Krynn co-op mass battle game. So if we click this link, you get brought to this store where you can buy this deluxe edition. Now it's a hefty price on $155, which is about €155 right now. So it's pretty expensive. But we're just going to look through it and see what information we can gather from it all. So there is obviously the box and what it looks like when it arrives. So we'll go down to the overview. The army of the evil Dragon Queen marches across Krynn, opposed by an alliance of desperate defenders. On the battlefield and beyond, it is up to a band of adventurers to turn the tide of the war and save Krynn. Experience these heroes' adventures in the Shadow of the Dragon Queen Deluxe Edition. A unique experience that connects the Shadow of the Dragon Queen Dungeons & Dragons role-playing adventure with characters of levels 1 to 11 with mass combat battles of the Warriors of Krynn cooperative board game. So we know the campaign will take us from 1 to 11. That's good news. So the key features. Heroes of War provides character creation rules highlighting core elements of the Dragonlance setting, including the Kender race, so we're getting a new race in the book, and two new backgrounds. The Knights of Solamnia, probably butchering that, and the Mage of High Sorcery magic users. So two new backgrounds and a new race coming in this book. And it also introduces the Lunar Sorcery subclass with new spells that bind your character to Krynn's 3 mystical moons and imbues you with lunar magic. So we're getting a brand new subclass in this adventure book. I don't recall an adventure book giving us stuff like this. I think there might have been one or two that maybe give us like backgrounds, maybe a race or so, but a race, backgrounds, and a subclass, so that's huge. Dragonlance introduced the Dragonlance setting to 5th edition and an overview of what players and DMs need to run adventures during this world-spanning conflict. So, World at War. Participate in an epic war story set during the War of the Lance, should I say. Villains. Pits heroes against the infamous Death Knight Lord Soth and his army of Draconians. Okay, so he must be the villain for this campaign, a Death Knight. Battle scenarios. Offers 12 different scenarios of varying difficulty, 6 with content customized for interacting with encounters in the Shadow of the Dragon Queen. Not quite sure what that means. I wonder if that's something to do with the board game or something to do with the book. I'm guessing it's something to do with the board game, because I think this is the book stuff and this looks like the board game stuff. So obviously Lord Soth is the villain for the board game, and it's saying we can do 12 different scenarios, 6 customizable ones, all kind of interacting with the main module. Battlefield. It presents a set of double-sided battlefield and encounter tiles for building unique battlefields with diverse environments. So this is obviously everything that comes inside this board game. So we get 6 highly detailed hero figures, 6 hero boards, 136 plastic unit markers, 10 double-sided battle tiles, 22 double-sided adventure tiles, 7 custom dice, 92 tokens, 320 cards, 7 card dividers, 1 storage tray, 1 rulebook, 1 scenario book, and 1 key moments tracker. So it's actually a lot like the other board games. I don't know if you've done the Castle Ravenloft one, the Wrath of Charladon, the Legend of Dritz, Mad Mage one, Temple of Elemental Evil. So it's essentially what it feels like is they're combining the board games, the module, and then like the additional stuff that was typically like a set of dice or dice tray with a bunch of like little cards in it. It seems like they're getting all 3 of them and just mashing them together to give you one massive deluxe edition, essentially. This pre-order grants you early access to the Shadow of the Dragon Queen on D&D Beyond starting November 22nd, 2022. So you get access to it on D&D Beyond I think it's about 2, maybe 2.5 weeks earlier than it is available for physical release, which is really good to see. You obviously get a digital copy of the main module, Shadow of the Dragon Queen printed deluxe edition containing the following: a Shadow of the Dragon Queen adventure book with an exclusive foil cover. You get the Warriors of Krynn A cooperative mass battle game pitting the heroes and their allies against a fearsome dragon army, designed by Rob Davio and Stephen Baker. Shout out to those guys. And then a Dungeon Master screen found only in this deluxe edition for use with your D&D adventure. So a D&D DM screen exclusive that will help run these adventures. And in my experience, most of the time these DM screens are usually helpful. The only one I've run into that wasn't helpful was Dungeon of the Mage, but I'm sure it was useful in some aspects. Note that D&D Adventure Bundle and Legendary Bundle discounts are not available with this purchase. And then some shipping costs, so a little bit expensive if you're in the EU or outside these areas. Nonetheless, it's given us some pictures. So we're going to see what we can take from these pictures. They're kind of small, so I'll see if I can open them up in a new tab. And we can't really zoom in. So here's our scenario book, our rule book. There obviously are our adventure minis and a bunch of cards and kind of like battle mats for it. The box actually looks savage with the dragon breathing the fire down. I think there's more pictures of stuff, so we can have another look. So there's our DM screen. It looks like it's kind of depicting a battle from maybe the campaign or something. There's a dragon once again there breathing fire. Some warriors and such kind of look like they're charging into war. Looks nice. I like the black edge with the gold kind of frame on it. I wonder what information they put on it. So there's a picture of the module itself. March to war against the dragon armies in this adventure for the world's greatest role-playing game, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, a Dragonlance D&D 5th edition adventure. So this is obviously the D&D Beyond artwork for it. You can kind of get you can see the Lord Soth, the Death Knight, someone on the back of a red dragon, and what looks like a bunch of I can't remember what they're called. They're like the dragon demon devils from Avernus. I can't quite remember what the race is called, but that's what they kind of look like. They also kind of look like Dragonborn, or they could be Draconians. That would make sense. So we'll obviously find out more about this once the book is released. So here's our first mini. I suppose he could be a fighter, maybe a paladin, or I'm gonna guess fighter or paladin. I wouldn't say barbarian, just too much armor on him. Looks like maybe a dwarf. The stocky build looks very nice. Our next one is I would guess a druid. Kind of like a sling kind of going on here, or a slingshot. But just due to it kind of look like a nature patterns on him. I think that's like maybe a little pseudo dragon or something on his shoulder. I'm gonna guess that's a druid. But we'll wait and see. Once again, probably a paladin or a fighter of some sort. My guess is probably connected to that background, the Knights of Salamnia or something like that. My guess is he's probably one of them, or the other guy could be one, but there's like roses on him, so that's a lot of attention to detail. I hope it comes out that high quality. Okay, my guess is this guy's probably a ranger of sorts. He's got a robotic leg, which you don't see very often in D&D, but I love the pose of just looks like he's just let go of an arrow and he's kind of like in an attacking kind of pose. So I really like the way this one looks standing wise. This has to be a rogue, or once again could possibly be a ranger due to the leaves on it. Daggers look cool. I'm sure that one will be awesome as well once it's printed. And this obviously some sort of spellcaster. I'm going to lean towards wizard because the book could absolutely be a sorcerer, as we saw the background, the mages of the high society or the lunar society or something like that. And then obviously we've got the lunar sorcerer going to be in this, so it could just be a lunar sorcerer. It looks awesome though. And then once again we're back to the start where you get to see everything that comes in the board game. Guys, it's really exciting stuff that this is going to be a pre-order. Let me know if you're going to pre-order it. Say so in the comment section below. What are you excited about this? I'm excited about the backgrounds, the Kender race, and the new subclass. Sorcerer is one of my favorite. It's actually probably my favorite arcane class in D&D. So I'll be really interested to see what the subclass has to offer. Hopefully it's powerful. Let me know any predictions you have for what the subclass might do, or anything that might crop up in this campaign setting. Really exciting stuff coming out of that one D&D announcement last week, this being one of them. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do give a like. I'll try to keep up to date with all the D&D news as it comes out. I'll do my best. And to make sure you don't miss anything like that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys, and hit the little bell icon next to the subscribe button so you have your notifications on, and that way you never miss another video. And guys, I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.